How's it going? This is Hoiman, and today we're taking a look at the D-Arts Megaman X figure. So this is the front of packaging. You have a really cool symbol of an X that goes across the packaging, and you have the logos of various things, and then you have the Capcom official sticker as well, and then you have a nice window display to see the figure inside. And then moving to the top, you can see a bit more into the figure. And on the side, you have a nice illustration of the figure. Same on the other side. And on the bottom, you have some Japanese legal stuff. And then onto the back, you have some nice illustrations of the figure. And it also shows what the accessories he comes with. And then there's also some stripes to see into the figure as well, which is pretty cool design overall. And then you can see there's all these specs to reference the video game itself. And then to open the figure, you just simply slide open the side flap. And then you pull out the figure like so. So first off, the figure does come with some instructions, but I don't really want to open it. I like to leave it in its packaging, but it basically just shows what the figure comes with and how to operate the accessories. It's very self-explanatory. And then to open the figure, you just simply lift open the front cover, and there we have the figure all together with its accessories. So here's the actual figure, and it's a very nice sculpt. Everything is really clean. And looking at the face, very accurate, very good portrayal of the character. And then you've got the nice paintwork on the eyes. It's very nice and clean. And then for the body itself, it's a simple sculpt, but it's very uniformed and clean. And then the paintwork is also very nice and clean as well. So you do have the matte blue for the base body, but then the darker blue is all in this nice metallic paint, so it really makes the figure pop. And then you have the grey pieces here, which are sort of a matte but semi-glossy as well. And then the red on his forehead is also translucent plastic, makes it very eye-catching. It's the same for his ears as well. Very cool looking. And then on the back you have some nice metallic red as well for the lines. And then moving down to his bottom of his feet, you have a nice translucent plastic for the thruster, and then you have some line works to bring out the mechanical design. So it looks very cool overall. So for articulation, the neck is on a double ball joint, so you can look down that much and look up that much. And you can tilt his head side to side and also twist. And then the arms themselves, it's on a ball joint that's connected by a hinge. So you can really move that shoulder around however you want. And then the shoulder pad itself is kind of on a hinge. So you can rotate that a bit to have more range in the articulation. And the arm can move out, but this is where my core complaint on the figure comes, is that the joint connecting the shoulder to the bicep is really thin. Like there's a really thin piece there that really connects it so that it allows the arm to swivel. But if I can show you how thin, like I'm just touching the arm and it's already wiggling. And unfortunately in the past, just doing no usual posing, I did accidentally broke off the arm just because it's a very, very thin plastic in there. It's like a very small peg that holds the arm, and it can break really easily. So I do advise that if you do plan to get this figure, just be really careful of the arm joints because they are very delicate. And to kind of resolve around this, when I move the arm, I kind of just grab the shoulder and move it instead rather than push the arm, because it's just that fear of breaking the arm just because it's so delicate. So I kind of like to grab the shoulder and move the arm like that, because then I won't risk damaging the arm. But there is a bit of risk when you pull the arm outwards, because then you're pushing against the arm. But just be very slow and gentle and careful, and then you can eventually get the arm to go outwards. And then, like I already showed, the arm can go forward and back as well. Just need to be very careful when moving the arms. And then I already showed you he does have the swivel. Again, just be very careful. I think it would have been better design if the arm was separated between the blue and the black, because as it is now, it's separated by the dark blue and black, and it's only a very thin peg. But if it was from the black to the light blue, I imagine it would be a thicker joint, so it won't be as delicate. But again, he does have the range of articulation in the arms, but just be very careful with it. And then for the elbows, it is double jointed. And then what's cool is that there's this piece here that cups around the joint that extends when you fold the arm. So that's very cool design. And then for the wrist, they are on double ball joints. So you can move that however you want. It is a bit limited from this part just because of the armor, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. For the torso, it's on a double ball joint, so you can lean forward about that much, and then lean back that much, and then you can lean side to side and also twist. And then the hips are on a kind of hinge, so you can bring his leg out about that much. And this piece, the black piece here, is kind of a separate part that kind of cups around the joint. So it doesn't really impede too much articulation. So you can bring out the leg that much and you can kick forward. And then as you kick, it brings the black piece along as well. So that's pretty cool design. And then you can go back as well, and you can swivel. And then like the elbows, his knees are double jointed as well, but it has that black piece to cup around the joint. So it's very cool design wise there, and you can get a lot of range from it as well. And then the ankles themselves are on a ball joint. It's a double ball joint, so you can move that foot around however you want, move it back, and then move it forward. And then thanks to the double ball joint, you can really bring his foot outwards so you can get much more range. And then they can also swivel and then twist as well. So the figure has a lot of range of articulation and very good range, and it isn't really impeded by anything due to his design. But again, my only complaint is the joints in the arms. They're very thin pegs, so just be very careful with them when you move the arms. But that's the figure. Let's take a look at the accessories. So for accessories, he comes with a default face, which is just a blank stare. Looks really nice overall. And then he comes with a gritting face. Looks really nice. And then he comes with a shouting face. Again, it looks really nice. And then for hands, he comes with a pair of fists and 2 open palmed hands. He also comes with an interchangeable arm so that you can swap out the buster and swap it for a regular arm. And then he also comes with an interchangeable piece for the buster itself. So the original buster has a nice red translucent in there, but this one's hollow. And that's so that you can use his accessories. So first you get the buster shot, which is nice translucent yellow. You can see there's some sculpting is there. Looks very nice overall. And what's cool is that this piece and this piece have sort of articulation, so you can swing, so you can rotate that however you want. And then this piece itself can come apart, and then you can pull this apart as well, so that you can really just experiment with different formations. And then this piece is a separate piece which cups around the buster. And then this piece just plugs into the buster itself. And then finally he comes with a charge shot, which is molded in a nice translucent green, which fades from light green to dark green and then back to light green. Overall looks really nice. And this piece is a separate piece as well. So my final thoughts are, if you're a huge fan of this character or the video game itself, then I highly recommend this figure. It's a very nice sculpt, very nice paintwork, nice use of translucent parts, comes with good range of accessories, and it's just a very accurate representation of the character. But again, I can't stress enough how delicate the arm joints are, so if you do plan on getting this figure, just be very careful of them, as they can break really easily. But other than that, it's a very well made figure, but at the time of this video he is quite an older figure and he is quite expensive to get now, so if you do find him for a decent price, then I do recommend getting him. That's my review. Thank you for watching and enjoy some pictures.